Hello, my name is Sarah Groves and I'm a Moravian minister based in Ballymena and a bishop of the Moravian Church. And I'm honoured to be asked by Father Martin to share some thoughts with you today. Where I come from, on the borders between England and Wales, there's a great saying. It goes, "I'm not going to lie to you." And today, I'm not going to lie to you. I've had some days when I found the lockdown very difficult indeed. As a minister with an active church congregation, I'm used to working at home, of course, but my day was always punctuated by going out to visit people in their homes, meetings with others to discuss things, and the services and fellowship here in church. And in addition, there was always youth fellowship, Bible study, parents and tots, and a myriad of other church and social activities. For my own time, I could go out for a walk, go out shopping, meet family and friends in their homes or cafes, and sometimes stay over in Ballycastle. It was a blissful and varied life, and looking back, I was so blessed. Now I'm at home, like most ministers and priests I know, trying the best I can to share the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit and the Church in very changed circumstances. It's taking some time and adjustments, and it's a very steep learning curve. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's hard. Trying to conquer new technology, cope with Zoom meetings and all the rest, and trying to stay in touch with people as well. And the guilt at what I have not done, and the envy at what other ministers and churches seem to be able to do. Yes, ministers and priests do guilt, envy and despair, but I think you knew that already. Yesterday was a disaster because the letter I stopped working on my laptop. I don't know if you have ever tried to write an email, a letter, or any form of document without the letter I. It is horrendous. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was genuinely not in a good place yesterday. Thankfully, my husband suggested I went out for a walk. I'd been tied to the laptop all day trying to struggle with the issue. And whilst I was out walking, I'm sure God gave me the idea to resurrect my husband's old laptop, work from that, and then email the documents on to my laptop. Why didn't I think of that earlier? It's a bit of a workaround, but it works. It also occurred to me that so often parents and teachers say to children and young people, there's no I in team. And of course they're right. For teamwork and for families to work, everyone has to pull together. But you try having a team without I, all valued individuals. Teams need I's, and individuals are important, not just for what they give to the team, but for their own sake. So there is an us and a we, a community, a fellowship, a family and a team. But there is also an I, a place for the individual. And there are individual personalities and needs, and what works for the majority may not work for the individual. What is average may not fit all. So let's treasure our God-given individuality. We might be all in this together, but we're also all in this as individuals. And what you struggle with, I might find a breeze. And what I despair at, you might find easy. So don't measure yourself by anyone else, and I will try not to do the same too. There is no such thing as the perfect parent, the perfect minister, or the perfect priest, or any other role we might have. Good enough will do, especially at the moment. Don't despair if you are having a bad day and everyone else seems to be coping. And don't be too hard on yourself. We are all coping in different ways. The wonderful thing is that God made us as individuals and loves us as individuals, as well as our part in community or family. God made difference part of his world, the roots, not the rebels of harmony. If God sees when even a sparrow falls and can number the hairs on our heads, then surely he knows your struggles and my struggles. And he doesn't measure us against anyone else. And he is the one we can turn to without pretense. Now there will come a time in the future when we will be able to pause and look back at what has happened and see how God has been with us all the way, even when we were so frustrated and upset that we did not seek him. So all I can say to you is, lay your burdens every day onto God through Jesus, for he cares for you and he cares for me as part of a community of faith and as individuals.